types of thermal energy. Remember, thermal energy is heat. So here's the three primary methods. The first is conduction. Conduction is heat transferred between objects. This is like when you have a pan on a stove and the flame from the stove is physically touching the pan. The next method is convection. Convection is heat transferred within a fluid or an air. This is like when you're on the second story of a building and you'll notice it's warmer than the first story is. This is because heat rises and cold sinks. The next method is radiation. Radiation is heat transferred from electromagnetic waves. This is like when you're sitting in the sun and you start to sweat. This is because electromagnetic waves are hitting your body and transferring that heat. The one we're going to focus on today is convection.
What we're going to demonstrate is movement of water molecules based on temperature. Here you can see this is a glass of cold water. These are the molecules. You can see in cold water that molecules stay fairly still. And then here in room temperature water you have slight movement.
And then the hot temperature molecules move much faster.
We're going to do a small demonstration to show how convection works. We've got 3 different temperatures of water, cold, room temperature, and hot, and we're going to drop dye in them to show how the water is moving. So let's see, what direction does the water move and how quickly does it move when we put the dye in them?
Okay, we're going to start with cold water. I'm going to put in a drop of food coloring. And we're going to watch and see how the food dye particles move in cold water.
All right, now we're going to do the room temperature water.
And this is the hot water. Already you can see a difference in how the dye is moving through the water. Look at the cold water. It's sunk almost totally to the bottom and it isn't moving from there very much. Now look at the hot water. That one's dispersing through the liquid pretty quickly. That shows that the molecules in the hot water are moving a lot more rapidly, and they are moving that dye around as those molecules move. This demonstration shows that even in a glass of water that seems to be sitting still, there's still quite a bit of movement, and the warmer the liquid is, the more movement there is. What other things could you learn from dropping dye into a liquid like this? What things would you change next time? Can you see what's happened with the room temperature water? It didn't really do what we expected, did it? I wonder why that is. Think about questions you have after this demonstration and think about what you would do next time to answer those questions.